One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Snagged in the middle, it's Turner. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the... zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They'll line up for a second down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. From the gun, the ground game. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Takes the easy one to the back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. They'll send the back in motion. He'll set up to throw. A little release to the back. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
A nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
And the Seminoles are marching down the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying play action. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Noles! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to pass. It's Denson. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
On third down, he drops to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down of the dome. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. All kinds of room to the right. The 40. The 20. Touchdown Seminoles. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then Dave shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. leaves it with the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Got his man on the outside. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Handoff to the lone back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Knowles in a good spot here with second and short. Now the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. Inside the 35. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Knowles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Looking for a gap. It's Gibson. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Wide open downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they'd better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And that
That's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Denson. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. The short hands, it's Gibson. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Motion from the wideout. On the ground, it's Gibson. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Noles!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
All right, let's get it. Right. Set. Ready.
To the air, it's Denson. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Throwing right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the back. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Back to pass, it's Nolan. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires downfield. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tight end now in motion. Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Let's go.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Blue 85.
From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football.
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it on the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the run, it's Gibson. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Grab near the marker, it's Robinson. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And back to the air on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Another incompletion on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. On the ground with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Sends it back in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. At the 45 on his way. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Hand off from the shotgun. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Turner. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Off the play fake on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's Sperry. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Turner. Turning it on. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds after 37. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The screen, he can go. Turns it on in midfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
They'll go to the ground. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now on the counter. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
They'll give it to the back. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Single. Red 54.
Looking for space. It's Lucas. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. And he got just enough of that one. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the boom kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The play action fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gonna take a shot. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the quarterback takes a knee. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.